welcome to another YouTube video. First of all, guys, thank you very much to joining me on this video. I'm going to discuss the second news that I'm going to do the review on is that the UK lockdown. So you probably heard the news today. The lockdown extended for weeks to prevent second wave of deaths. That's according to BBC. And the UK's coronavirus lockdown will remain in place for at least another 3 weeks to ensure the country gets over the peak of the epidemic, the government has announced. Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab, who is deputizing for Prime Minister Boris Johnson as he recovers from COVID-19, said experts had warned that relaxing the lockdown would risk damage to both public health and the economy. Speaking at the Downing Street daily coronavirus news briefing, Mr. Raab said the government has decided that the current measures must remain in place for at least the next 3 weeks. So the previous few videos, I was talking about this thing over and over again, and I was kept saying that there's no chance that the government will lift the lockdown because there are various reasons. Number one thing, we have not got enough test kits available to carry out the test for the whole nation, for example. Not on for whole nation, but at least get at least up to a certain extent to just check how many people had the coronavirus infection, how many people have recovered, how many people had the symptoms, so things like this. And second thing, there are also the issues with the death rates as well, because they're not going down. Today it's another 861 deaths. That's also a big number to look at it, because yesterday was 761, today 100 more deaths. So like I said, guys, the grip over the coronavirus pandemic is not over yet. UK is still struggling to find the grip over the coronavirus, and they are trying their best to flatten the curve which they keep talking about. Yesterday they gave a little bit hope, saying that the curve has flattened. We could have had about 20,000 deaths by now, as per predicted by the scientists using the mathematics modeling. But yesterday's figures and today's figures are completely opposite, because we got 100 more deaths, and I've also mentioned in one of my videos before that these are not the exact figures, because the people who are died in care homes, people who are died in a community, we don't know even how many people have died there. According to one estimate, they're looking about 1,600 more deaths in care homes and in communities where people were at home and they just died there. The figures that we get normally, they are purely from the hospitals. So there's still some sort of complicated measures being taking place where they don't know which way it's going. I don't see them very confident about how they're going to tackle this. There are problems with people getting loans and guarantees, about the businesses. There are people who are losing jobs. There are companies who are shutting down. It's basically the whole system is under immense pressure, and nobody knows how to get out of it. And there's only one solution to that, is to keep the lockdown for another 3 weeks. Let's see what happens. Basically, it's just like that French famous saying, laissez-faire, let it be and see what happens. Because I don't see, in terms of any serious efforts to bring the test kits in, to get the testing done, providing the PPE, and there are so many other measures, the intensive care units and things like that. The people are still dying, regardless of the efforts the government is. They're trying their best, according to their capability. They're trying their best to get this under control. But the way things are going, it's like there is no plan in place to me to saying that this is our plan, this is plan A, this is plan B. All they've done is simply they extended the lockdown for another 3 weeks, and let's see what happens. Just to say, people, just stay at home. I've also predicted before, and I'm saying that again, until we get a vaccine, until we get the test kits in the UK to get the test done in a large scale, we're gonna face the same issue over and over again. And like one of the doctors I was listening to yesterday, she predicted exactly the same thing. She goes, okay, if we go out again, it's going to be another peak, which is exactly what it looks like. Now they put everything's back, says, okay, everybody stay at home for another 3 weeks. Let's see what happens. But on the other side, how to deal with the situation, there's nothing been done except giving the figures every single day, keep repeating the same message over and over again, and and just talking about recession. We know that these are naturally, they will happen. Now we're saying that there won't be any, they're investigating that this virus was made in Chinese labs and things like that. These things are useless now because it's too far, too late for these things to talk about. So, guys, unfortunate for the UK nation that we have to stay indoors for another 3 weeks, and let's hope that we get something positive from the scientists, because they are working very hard to get us something that can give us a sigh of relief. So thank you very much, guys. If this is the first time you are watching my YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to add anything, you want to share your experience, please feel free to do it in the comment section below. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.